Jeff is with us in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm great, Dave. I hope you are too.
I am. How can I help?
Well, I talk about partnerships. I've got a family business. I'm part owner. It's an HVAC and appliance repair company. We've been in business for 30 years, have 10 team members. Last year, we did a little over $1.2 million in revenue.
Cool.
I am 49%, my brother's 49%, and my dad is 2%.
Mm-hmm.
And for 30 years, our division of duties, I pretty much handled the HVAC and business stuff, and my brother handled the appliance side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when COVID hit and the shutdowns happened, that March of 20, my brother came in one day and said, cancel my calls, I'm going home. And he did. And he has not been back to work in 4 years.
Why?
He has no interest in coming back. We do have some real estate together, and he does do some of the managing of that, and that's kind of his excuse for not coming back to the service company. He still expects to get a paycheck, and he still expects to have a company vehicle. He still expects to get half the profits. So 4 years later, I'm kind of tired of that setup, and my question to you is, what's there that can be done about it? I intend to reach out to him and
is it just the two of you involved? Who owns the other 2%?
My dad.
Is your dad still involved?
Not much. He's about 90 years old, so he was just the 2% to kind of break disputes and break ties and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And so what's he say about all this?
Well, since my brother hasn't been at work for 4 years, he's been spending a lot of time with my dad. So my dad thinks he hung the moon. So whatever he says, my dad's pretty much on board with him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So who makes all the operational decisions on paychecks and so forth?
I do.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you ready to force everybody's hand? Because I think it's time.
I think it's more than time.
Okay.
I feel like
just tell him, turn in his keys for the truck, bring the truck back, and you're no longer on payroll. No worky, no payee. And yes, you own 49%, and yes, you will get 49% of the profits. And the profits will occur after we pay my increased salary. Because I'm now the CEO of the whole freaking place. You guys are out. None of you have access to the business. I'm running the business. If you don't like that, buy me out.
Okay.
You and Pop go over there and play your gin rummy, and y'all figure out how you're going to send me some money, because I'm done doing this. I'm done supporting your dead butt weight. I'm over it. So no more paychecks, and the profits will be distributed according to the partnership agreement, which is 49% of the profits. But there's not going to be a lot of profits, warning, because after you pay my salary that's increasing, there's not going to be a lot of profits left. Because I'm going to convert profits into my pay. And there won't be anything getting to the bottom line. Ding, 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 ding. Just fixed you, buddy.
And that's going to go over like a lead balloon?
Yeah. Well, guess what? Anything you do is going to go over like a lead balloon, other than continuing this madness that you're doing now.
That's true.
Anything you do that stops giving him stuff that he doesn't deserve is going to piss off this dead weight parasite. Isn't it?
I agree.
Okay, so you got a choice. You either keep doing it to keep him happy. God help us, we want him happy. But you know, at some point, I don't care anymore. So I would, if you want to, before you do that, sit down and go, okay, guys, the three of us are going to meet, and we've got to decide something different because I'm not okay with this. And sit down in person and try to work it through. I'd love to maintain relationship with your dad. I'd love to maintain relationship with you, brother. But this is unreasonable for you to continue to get a paycheck and a truck when you don't work there anymore. If you want to work there, that's fine.
I was going to offer a buyout to them.
That's fine.
I would prefer to do that, but I was kind of wanting to get set up for the plan B, because I don't know how well that's going to go over, because they like the way it, especially, my brother likes the way it is.
Yeah, it's okay. So here's the thing. Sometimes in a negotiation, you have to establish the rules. Here's the rules. It's not going to continue like it is. Something's going to change. Now, we get to decide together what's going to change because I'm not going to continue the way it is. So you can buy me out, I'll buy you out, or I'll shut you out. These are our three options. Shutting you out is the most violent and harsh of the three, but I'm kind of at that stage right now by the fact you've been taking advantage of us, of me and my family, with no conscience whatsoever for the last few years. But we don't have to go to step 3, but we can escalate to step 3. No, I like it the way it is. No, you don't understand. The way it is no longer an option. There's 3 options, and the way it is not one of them. I buy you out, you buy me out, or we get violent with the reset. You decide. Which one do you want to play? One of these 3 things is going to happen starting now. We need to decide that in the next 2 weeks. I'm done.
And that's the time frame I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But I can't keep them out of the business, can I? I can't tell them to stay away from the business,
Why not?
Can I?
Why not? You're the guy running it.
But they've got part interest in it.
So what? So what?
I just thought that would give them legal right to at least
do what?
There.
They don't have legal right to do that. All they've got legal rights to is 49% of the profits and 2% of the profits. If there's not any profits, they don't have any rights to anything. But there's nothing. Do you have I assume you guys don't have any written agreements, right?
No.
I figure.
No.
Yeah, this is a train wreck.
It is.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, there's nothing that says you're the operating partner. So I just changed the locks.
Okay.
I got control of the checkbook. Good luck with this. Sue me. This just got violent. I'm cutting you out, dude. Bring your truck back, or I'm going to turn in a report for theft on it. Grand Theft Auto. You want that one? We can do that.
Seriously, that would go?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
The point is that's not the point. We're not going to get there. The point is you got to jostle this thing loose with a personal in-person conversation with the two of them, and leaving it the way it is no longer an option. You got to take that off the table. So something's going to change. I'd love for us as 3 grown men to decide what that is reasonably, because I'm not going to continue the way it is. I can buy you out, you can buy me out, or I can shut you out. Which one do you want to do?
And just tell them that up front.
I would.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to do one of these 3 things. So I'm forcing you to decide to decide one of the good options, so I don't have to go to number 3, which is the violent bad option. Okay? I'm going to pick up the truck, put it back into our fleet, and start using it again to make money. I'm going to change the locks, and I'm going to raise my salary and stop your paycheck to where profit distributions are going to equal close to 0. That's the violent third option. Y'all don't want me to do that. It's not good for you. It's going to hurt our family. It's going to hurt our relationships. But my relationship with y'all is already hurt by the way you all are treating me.
That's exactly right.
And so now we're going to change that so we can begin healing in the relationship and we can begin to move forward. Now, does this partnership that doesn't have any written documents, does it have a name? I guess it has a name.
Yeah, it's an S corporation, yes.
Oh, okay. And does it own real estate?
It does not. We have a separate LLC, just my brother and myself, that owns real estate. We've got about $2 million in real estate.
Okay, all right.
So that'll be the next issue probably.
And then the way you do that one is very simple. If it goes violent, is you're going to have to go before a circuit judge. It's going to cost you about $10,000 in court costs and attorney's fees, and the judge is going to demand the disillusionment of this partnership, which means the real estate's going to be liquidated and everybody gets their part. If we don't voluntarily sell it off or buy each other out or split it up, how many pieces of real estate is it? Can you all split it off the pieces 50-50?
We could probably work it out at least close, I would think, yes.
If I were you, I'd take a hit. Or as a matter of fact, you could shovel some of the real estate his way in return for the 49% of the company, right?
I could.
You could do some trading that way if this guy wants to be reasonable. Once he understands clearly we're not going to continue as it is. Not an option. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to blow this up if we don't, with good conscience and as 2 adults or 3 adults, figure this out together. So I'll shovel you a bunch of the real estate in return for your 49% of the company, and we can call this a day. And then you go make your money on real estate, I'll make my money on the business and the little bit of real estate I got left, and we'll split that LLC up. But we're not going to continue the way it is. You not working here and getting paid is bull crap.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
It's gone on too long.
Yeah, it has. And the problem is he waits until you get so angry about it that you're ready to sever your relationship with your own brother because he's being such a putz.
And that's where it's come to. I mean, I don't like that.
I don't either. I hate it. But it speaks to his lack of character.
It does, but it affects the whole family.
Yeah, Thanksgiving dinner sucks.
It did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So anyway, I would sit down with them and say, guys, look, I'm sorry. I should have come to y'all sooner before I got this frustrated, but now I'm really, really, really frustrated. And I'm at the end of my rope. So we're not going to continue the way we are. I think the best scenario is that the brother, you and I end up with a company, you end up with more real estate than half, and we'll figure those numbers out. I'll set some of the real estate in the LLC over to offset your 49%. I'm going to buy you out at the company. You're going to end up with a pile of real estate. I'm going to end up with a company and a little bit of real estate or whatever the numbers work out. And we're going to call, and then you can go on, and I can go on, and we can still love each other and be kind, and Thanksgiving dinner will be great. I sure hope we can sit down and work that out because I need you to really understand I'm not going to go forward like this. Or if you want the company, you can come over here and run it, and I'll take a bunch of the real estate. We can reverse the process. I don't care, whichever way you want to do it. But it sounds like he didn't want to run the company, and so there you go. And if we cannot come to some kind of reasonable, fair distribution of this stuff, I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to blow the whole thing up. It's going to get nasty. And let's don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Because we're not going to continue the way it is. You just got to take the thing off the table. You're going to have to tell him like 6 times because he's not going to hear it. That's why I'm doing this. Because I can tell you this guy, he's not. He thinks he can blow you down, and you're just gonna. This guy thinks he can keep this deal intact, and you're gonna have to remind him there's hand grenades all around your belt. You're getting ready to drop them right there on the floor. This is gonna blow up. This is the EntreLeadership podcast.